What's your take on the roughing the passer controversies going on right now? Do you understand at all what the league is trying to do?
No, I think everybody's trying to understand it. I mean, I've said my piece about it. I think it's football. Let's just let us play football. So hopefully something gets changed, but or if not, we just got to live with it for now.
Is it changing the way you're playing?
Not changing the way I'm playing. I don't think I'm heavy enough to be impacted by it. I'm lighter than some of the quarterbacks I'm trying to sack, so I don't think it's doing too much for me. But obviously the defensive ends and stuff, you see that they might have to change what they're doing. But
It seems like every year the rule book just keeps getting stacked against defensive players. Just whether it's protecting quarterbacks or receivers or whatnot. Just when you see the evolution of the game right now and the stuff that is getting called, just how, I don't know, frustrating or disconcerting or whatever. Just what is it like from your standpoint when it seems every year there's something else that gets stacked against the defensive player?
yeah, I think I think the NFL wants more points to be scored, wants to be higher scoring, more exciting games, draw audiences in, and I think that's their main goal at the time and what they're trying to do to make it better and safer in that respect. Obviously, some things have come in and then been taken out. Some things have come in and stayed in. So they're always going to be trying to implement it, make it safer, and make it a better product for their perceived audience or what they think is going to happen. So
I asked you a couple of weeks ago about a defensive player making a weird movement to try to avoid falling and then getting hurt.
yeah.
I think you thought that was kind of crazy, but now, I mean, what was
Yeah.
your reaction to it happening?
I mean, just you never want to see people get hurt in the game at any position, but it's unfortunate. A DN's trying to keep his body weight off a quarterback and tears the ACL, and it's going to be done for the year. So I just think, I don't agree with that rule, but we'll see what the NFL decides to do. I think they have a meeting this week or something.
Do you think that play right there is the one that maybe more than anything could be a wake-up call?
I think, obviously, because somebody got hurt, during it. Maybe it will cause them to revise their stance, but I'm not in the meetings. I don't have a say, so we'll see.
Joe, Baker was known to the outside world when he got here. What was your impression of him as a teammate, just in this locker room?
I think he's just an ultra competitor. He came in from day one, just slinging the ball around, trying to make plays, and obviously if he made a mistake or the defense got a play on him, he came back and tried to make us look foolish the next play, and you could see that from day one. He's a great guy to have around our locker room and leading the team.
How impressive was his performance Thursday, given that he really didn't practice with the team?
It was awesome. Obviously, not even just that, just being a rookie stepping into the NFL, it's the hardest spot to make a transition at as quarterback, and he was able to step in there and make it look seamless and lead us to a couple scoring drives, and it was great to see. Defense, we really appreciate when the offense is on the field with extended drives and scoring points, so it was big.
Now that he's the guy and he's practicing all week with the guys he's going to be out there with, how eager are you to see what he can do next?
Yeah, I think you just got to keep building and keep stacking. There's some things to be said for teams not preparing to play against certain guys who aren't starting, see if that changes anything, but I think he's going to do just fine if he keeps working and putting in the time that he has.
David Njoku mentioned that he was kind of trash talking the Jets a little bit, not David. Baker was.
Yep.
In your experience playing against rookie quarterbacks, do they normally do that, or is that kind of a gutsy thing to do?
No, I think every young or rookie quarterback I've ever played against is trying to just get their mind right and figure out what they're going to do for the next play and try to read the defense. So you don't really get a lot of that from young guys, so it's definitely something I haven't experienced.
Did that show you, does that say something about Baker, that he's got the moxie to do it?
Yeah, definitely. I think of just his competitive fire, the kind of person he is, the edge he brings to the football field. I think that just shows all of that in one and what he's capable of doing.
And then Jamal Adams has been saying that those guys in the short week didn't have really time to prepare for Baker, and they just really weren't ready for him. Does that sort of make sense to you? Can it be that much of a change when a quarterback comes in off the bench and you're not ready for him and you haven't prepared for him?
Yeah, if you haven't prepared for somebody, obviously, and they have a different skill set than what you're ready for, it can make a difference. And obviously, the short week, no matter what, if you're preparing for the right guy or the wrong guy, it's short, fast week, and it's hard to prepare for everybody or anybody. So I think it definitely can have an effect, but I also think he went out there and just did what he's capable of doing.
And obviously the Raiders now are studying the film and probably looking at his Oklahoma stuff. how ready do you think they will be for him now?
I mean, I think they'll be as ready as an NFL team should be coming into a big time game on Sunday. I think their situation this year, they're really gunning for a win, and they're looking at us as a great opportunity to get that win. And we're going to go there and try to start our streak of stringing some wins together.
You always give us a good perspective on the quarterback you're going to face. When you're looking at Baker, what do you think could allow him to succeed, even if a team is going to be game planning for him, like the Raiders and all the rest of them?
Yeah, I think Baker has great arm strength, so he can really whip the ball in there and make some throws across the field with velocity that maybe defenders aren't used to seeing day in and day out, which makes it harder to catch, and makes it harder to make a play on the ball and anticipate things. And he's a little bit of a gunslinger. He likes to get back there and throw it in there and take chances. I think, obviously, taking chances in the NFL can go one way and can go the other way, but there are a lot of great quarterbacks have been that way, and he's kind of in that mold. If he keeps stacking the blocks and keeps progressing, I think he's going to be great for us.
Is a quick release one of the harder things to deal with for a defense?
Yeah, definitely. The quick release and a lot of velocity on the ball is definitely a lot harder to play than somebody who has a long release and they'll float the ball out there. So the ball getting there faster with more tempo to it is definitely harder for a defense to play against.
When you guys play a rookie quarterback, do you really get excited about trying to confuse him, rattle him, mix him up, those sorts of things?
Yeah, I mean, it's both. It's the young quarterbacks and the Hall of Famers, the guys that, if you can't do that, they're going to pick you apart. And the young guys, if you can't do that and you make it easy for them, that they'll be able to be successful. So I think you just try to do that for all quarterbacks. Try to get in their face, confuse them, show them different looks to maybe make them make mistakes. And sometimes, it's teach their own. Sometimes rookie quarterbacks can handle it and sometimes they can't. But that's always the goal.
Have you been asked about Derek Carr yet?
No.
So just what does Derek Carr bring to the table? How good is he?
Yeah, I think he's similar. He's got a quick release. He's got a strong arm. He can make all the throws across the field. He hasn't been sacked very much this year so far, but when you're able to get after him, he's like all other quarterbacks in the league. When you feel pressure, you're going to try to get the ball out a little bit faster and maybe make some more errant throws. So I think it's all about getting in his face and providing him pressure, making him uncomfortable, and trying to take advantage of it on the back end.
Do you see any difference in him since the injury?
I honestly haven't watched too much of him before the injury, so all the stuff I've been watching has been of game film this year because we haven't played him my previous 2 seasons, so I haven't really taken a look at that, so I can't really comment.
You asked my question.
TJ Carey spent the last 4 years with the Raiders, and it's a big game for him. How important has he become for you guys filling in that nickel role? Just how has he done the last couple of games?
Yeah, TJ's been great. Obviously, he's a good teammate. He's a good professional. He knows his stuff, and so when he gets in there as the nickel, he'll be able to lock down some of the slots. And he's a very good communicator, so when he sees looks, when he sees splits and formations, he's shouting out like routes or route combinations he thinks are coming or that have the potential to be the offense is running, and it's been overall good for our defense.
Does he have a pretty good book on a lot of the key guys you guys are preparing for this week?
Yeah, I think obviously personnel-wise, he's gone against a bunch of them, and he has tips and kind of things to look for and look out, and how explosive and quick the receivers or the tight ends and the running backs can be, and just things to be aware of. And obviously, we're talking in our meetings about all that stuff this week and preparing for Sunday.
What stands out about Lynch?
Marshawn, it takes a lot of people to get him down, especially if you go high. You have a very little success of getting him to the ground if you try to take him above the waist. So just being able to gang tackle and wrap and roll on the legs and be able to get him down, take his legs out from under him is kind of the key to success with him. If you try to go high, he's just going to slough you off and make another famous run.
Do you guys, one thing TJ was saying the other day is the field actually matters a lot because it's different than anywhere else.
Yep.
Do you guys talk about that and watch out for slip and coverage or whatever?
We haven't talked about it yet specifically, but we've been obviously people are making it aware it's a baseball field. You see it on film. There's the dirt all over the middle of the field from the 30 to the 30. So I think it'll be a big talking point later in the week as we get ready to go out there, and on Saturday when we're out there, if we're able to be on the field, just kind of get a feel for it.